Hi, I'm Andrew Yomulkowski with Heartland Credit Restoration. Let's take a minute and talk about the costs of credit, or maybe the benefits of great credit and the costs of bad credit. You know, the Wall Street Journal put out an interesting article a handful of years ago where they really broke down a consumer that's going to become a borrower typically at around 20 and buy cars, boats, finance a home, student loans, things like that. And typically, let's look at a 40-year borrowing career, so ending basically financing things when you're 60 years old. It was a pretty amazing study. What they found is that somebody that, say, had a 550 to 580 credit score, which would be considered average, versus somebody with a 720 to a 740 credit score, which would be considered above average or an A. So almost an A versus a C minus. I think it'd be a fair way to grade it. In these articles, they talked about between buying maybe 4 to 5 homes over a 40-year career, maybe 8 to 10 cars, credit cars, toys like boats, ATVs, motorcycles, campers, things like that, that the average American, simply because they have bad credit, is going to spend roughly $300,000 more for the same products and services than somebody with really good credit. And that's the difference between having a mortgage at 3% for 30 years versus 8% for 30 years. Instead of maybe a $900 payment, you're looking at an $1,100 payment. I find this a little bit fascinating, guys, because you think about this. The average Joe goes into a car dealer, and some people don't like the car buying experience, but some people really enjoy it. They like to go in and negotiate down the price of that car, and they sit in that office back and forth between the sales manager and the salesman, the car owner and the sales manager and the salesman, and they feel great because they got a car originally for $25,000 down to $21,000. But then they go back into the finance office and they take 18% for 60 months. So everything that they just negotiated for an advantage on the car, they give back because the interest rate is super high. People don't understand that if you really want to be great financially, have great credit. It affects so much of your life. Your credit cards, your homeowner's insurance is going to be affected based off your credit score. Your mortgage insurance premium that you're going to probably be required to pay on the loan if you put less than 20% down is almost always credit specific. You just wouldn't believe how important credit is. And here's a funny one for you. Go pay with a $50 or $100 bill at a retail store today. They hold it up and look at it under the light like they've gone to counterfeit school. Cash is no longer king, but they'll never question that credit card that you use. Credit has become the king of the marketplace. Even if you have 50% to put down on a home loan today, with a 500 credit score, there's not a banker in America that can get that loan done. Even though you're gonna put half of the entire amount of the property down as a payment. So you have instant equity for the lender to recoup. The reality is, even with the cash, the credit's gonna be king. Credit is going to cost you or save you an incredible amount of money. At Heartland, let us help you understand how to improve your credit, maintain your credit, and drive your credit for the rest of your life. You know, the reality is, you've probably been driving your credit in the ditch, not because you want to be driving in the ditch, because you've never been shown what the road looks like. We're really looking forward to helping you out at Heartland Credit.